Finding my microphone screen. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's Thursday, and this is Cardio Strength, and I'm Linda. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to utilize our weights throughout this entire time and actually leverage that weight to bring our heart rate up, and then come into some straight-on strength training. So I have 3 sets of weights here. I've got a light set, which we're going to start with in our warm-up, and then moving on beyond that. I have a heavier weight, which we will pull into play, and then a moderate set nearby. My mat is off to the side, and I have a bench, which you don't actually need. You can set your mat out and utilize that. So we're just going to do a little jump squatting of a little variety of jump squatting, I should say. So that bench is great to have, nice and handy, and mat's nice for a marker as well. Let's get started, shall we? I'm going to go turn my music on and we'll get started with our warm-up. I'm going to set these weights right here so I can grab them right away, and you should do that too if you like. Let's roll the shoulders back. Just take a moment, and then I want you to squat and release. Good. Push all the way up. We want to get the body just kind of moving just a little bit to start with. Now I want you to, if you will, squat. Take it around and down. Come down, come around and down. Pushing down lower. We have one more. I've got a nice wide base, and I'm just taking a really simple squat to start with. Let's pulse it. Push the hands out. Take it nice and long. Now, a good check to see if we're in great squat position is to lift the toes inside the shoes. Let's do singles. Pulse it. 4, 3, 2. Roll that back. Come down 2 and up 2. Extend that spine. Now on that last one, you come down, grab those weights, take your base wide, push side to side. In these first moments, we're going to keep our movements small. Just doing a little pull into the back. Good. We have 8 more. Now hold those weights, shift side to side. Good. Let's release our right arm. Push down and pull back. Leaning right into that left leg. It's time to make this nice and big. Are you ready? Here we go. All the way across. We have 4, 3, 2. Change directions. So we keep this kind of small. And we're leaning into that right leg. Let's make this bigger. Good. It's a big long reach. 2 more. Here we go. We drop. Open the palms. Then close the palms of the hand on the way down. We drop with a little hop. We go low and come high. So we've had it in a little jump squat, We have 2 more. One more time, and then follow me. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, up. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. It's a very small move. Last 4. You could just lift your heels, keep the weights down by your legs. Good. Shake it out. Take a moment, if you will. Just settle those shoulders. We're going to take ourselves into a little punching action. Let's punch across. Now, we have certainly done this before. We want soft elbows, nice action right from the shoulders. Now, take to the center. For 4. Good. Let's go across. Let's go to one side. We pull and across. We're just going to hold that one weight until we're ready to release it both sides. Good. So stay kind of lively. I want 4, 3, 2 more, 1. Hold in the middle. When you're ready, change directions. And when you're ready, release both hands. Now that punch to the right, it's going to be a much longer lever. Good. Nice. Change sides. Push down and back, down and back. We have a nice little hammer curl going. How about 2 more? Push out. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change sides. Need that little hammer curl. Punch. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the middle. Change sides. Curl. Are you ready? Just keep those toes on the floor, just like you did towards the right a moment ago. How about 2 more? Let's go the other direction. Give me that hammer curl. And now we take it to our knees. Back, up. We have 4. It's going to feel funnier. 2, and 1. Take it to the middle. Just shift side to side. Tuck it in. Here we go. We push. Push. So this is a lateral hop. Let's use those weights. We want to make this as long and broad as we can. If we can get past the corners of a bench, even if that bench is just imaginary, that would be great. Push a little lower. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, tap it in. We have to go the other way. So we pull, we push. What's most important here right now? It's the lateral hop. Last two. Last one. Change sides. Push across. Now push high. Go up and down. Two more. Change sides. We pull. Take a little longer. Reach a little more forward. Take it high. Good. Now side to side. Press it. Make this your last little best bet with these light weights. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Time to just set those down. Lose the weight. Step up into a step knee for me. And if we're on the floor, it's just that nice step forward. Mine's kind of little because I'm in close quarters. How about 4? 4 of these. 2 more. Good. And we're gonna hop forward and back. Up and off. Up and off. If you've got a bench, you know where to go. Land softly. We don't want to pound into the ankles, do we? No. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. March it out. All right. Let's step up with a knee on the other side. Good. So hopefully that was a little heart rate burst. Perfect. How about 4 more? Now, hop forward or back or on and off. You take your own pace. I'm doing 8, 7, 6, 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Whew. Walk it left. Walk it right. That's my left. We did it. Middle corner knee. So it's nice and high, nice and strong. We're lifted up out of our core. You have 4 more. 2 more. Hop on and off. Now, can you scramble? You can. You can. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Now, walk it left. Corner your knee. Good. 4 more. We're getting there. It's our last time hopping on and off. If you are on the floor, you just hop forward and back. Land softly. We want to absorb the impact. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. March it out. Excellent work, everybody. March it right. Mina, touch step in. Kick a foot across, come in. So it's a kick, touch. Now go to the other side. We're just taking a little time for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As we bring ourselves back to some weight work that will, again, raise our heart rate a bit, I have a heavy weight. I'm going to be executing, to begin with, a squat with a tap up on my foot and a diagonal press. It's going to look like this. Down, up, down, up. So join me. You can drop and hop into your plyometric movement. Now we're going to pick up the pace. This is where that hurry might go up a bit, yeah? And now it's going to be more of a swing with those weights. Doesn't really matter how heavy it is, does it? No. Tap it. Swing. Tap and push. Swing it. Tap and push. Swing it. One more time, just extending and then reaching. Here we go. We drop, we lift, we push high. Good. We are low to high. How about 2 more? One more time. Let's pick up the pace. Now, we all march to the beat of our own drummer as we are executing this. You can start a little hop if you like. Keep it up. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. So we're really intertwining strength and cardio work, aren't we? Let's put those 2 things together, and then we've got to change the plan. All right, so we squat and reach. That is a push with those arms. Dropping low, going high. Now pick up the pace. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Here's 3, here's 2, and here is 1. Down, up, lift, drop, and lift. It's a little pulse. We are again marching to the beat of our own drummer. 1, 2, up high, push, push, reach, reach. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat swing. Here we go. We tap, we swing. The heavier the weight, the more challenging this will be. Can you do this with no weight at all? Yes, you can. You would just reach those arms very dynamically. Maybe pick up your pace. We do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat. Double squat, lift. 1, 2, up. Ready? 1, 2, lift. Drop it down. Lift high. Good. Let's do 8, 7. Here's 6. 5 more. We're getting there. You can still hop if you like. This is 3. This is our last little moment. Stand tall. All right, everybody, a little recovery. We hold the weight right down by our thighs. I want us to extend one side. Now, pull that weight to the chest if you like. And just extend one leg long. With that gluteal medial glute, should say. Here you go. Actually, gluteal meat might be a great way to describe this. It's very tiny, very contained. Last 8, 7, 6. Now we're all going to drop that weight again for the last couple. 2 more. And 1. Now, let's set this down. Let's not use any weight at all. We're going to come up on that bench. Drop down as low as we can. We tap. We're going to maintain this isometric hold. Good. Pick up the pace. Now, if you can, if you don't have to tap that bench or that floor, that'd be great. I want this very tiny. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now watch. I bring my leg out. I set my foot down. I lean back. So I have my legs at a big diagonal. You can see me from the side. My foot is off to the corner. I am squaring my shoulders and I'm going to pulse. Good. It's this last little push for the legs. We don't lift the back heel. We're going to stay in place today. This is like an offset split. Now, can you make it smaller? For 8 counts. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. As we stand tall, we're going to come to the other side. Drop into that front leg. Here are taps. We tap, release. We get comfortable. When we're ready, we take it faster. Now, if you can keep that leg, that back foot off the floor or your bench, that's great, isn't it? Yes, it is. We have 8, 7, 6. Who's going to be ready to lie down on the floor? 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Take that back leg off to the side. Stay connected with that front leg. Heels both are flat on the floor. Bend the front leg, bend the back leg. Pulse it. So it is a movement about this big, about that big. And again, you can see me from the side. I look like this. Good. Yeah. It's our last set. I want us to go really low. We're barely moving. It's 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Shake it out. It is time to pull out those mats. Find that heavy weight again, if you can, if you have one. You are always welcome to cross 2 weights. I'm simply going to put this mat right on the top of this bench. All right, so that's going to bring me up a little higher, which should be kind of nice for maybe seeing what we're going to do. Very simple work that we have done before. I'm going to face this way. As I drop down, I bring my heavy weight with me and then roll back. But that roll back, we're really going to think about it, aren't we? We're going to roll back slowly. Pause here. So just get that little bit of core work in. And now maybe go a little lower. And we come all the way back down. All right. So this weight is going to come behind our head. We have that long lever and then we pull back. Our first ones, we're going to pull all the way back down to the hip bones. Now we're going to shorten that. We go behind the head and then just back up until the shoulders, the elbow, and the wrist are all aligned. And we can actually see the weight. Good. Now, let's lift those knees, and we are going to extend one leg through a phase of this work. If we keep our levers long, we are bringing back those back muscles into play. The triceps are helping. They're always out there working hard. But they are an assistant. Now let's change those legs. We want to anchor strongly through the core. And we don't want to lose that strength through the center of the body, do we? So we want to make sure that back isn't starting to arch or take on any of the work, really. Now, here we go. We push out, in, out, and in. Extend long. Let's do singles. Slow the work down anytime you need to. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Last one. Now, as we take this weight, we are going to bend our elbows. We're going to shift that weight behind us so that the weight itself is practically touching the floor. And then we're going to lift up from that place. Tuck the elbows in. We moved into the triceps. Now that weight, it is slightly behind our head. It's really moving just above the crown of the head. Let's pulse it. Pulse it up from the bottom to the top. Kind of small. Now make it a little larger. A little smaller. Now we go big, little higher, little lower. Here's our singles. If you want to get a little extra credit, lift those legs up off the ground, bend the knees, and stay in this place. Work those abdominals a little bit. We have 8, 7, 6. Let's do 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Sitting up tall. Whether we are on the ground or sitting on our bench, we're all going to take our legs wide. I'm actually going to face center so you can see what we're doing. All we do is we hold these weights here. We're going to pulse. Now, is this going to be an incredibly tasking bicep curl? Probably not. What we're really going to try to do is squeeze into the movement. If you want this to be a little more challenging, cradle the weight on the palms of the hands. My fingers are wiggling out here. Don't release, don't wrap the fingers around the weight. If it destabilizes us and makes us work a little harder to keep that weight from flopping, and that's the bicep helping. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we lift, we lower. Try to keep those fingers open and just rest the weights in the palms of the hand and see the difference right there. Now, what happens when we pull our upper arms slightly away from the body? So just bring a little more forward. And now full curl. That gets hard to maintain with those palms, right? We have 8, 7. Feels very wobbly. We have 4, 3 more, 2, and 1. Set that down. Shake everything out. Let's take ourselves back down onto the bench. We're doing really well with this single weight, so I think that's what we're going to use today primarily. As time is moving on. As we come back up, let's extend off at a diagonal to each side. So that big long extension of both the arms and legs. What if this doesn't work for you? Keep it really small. Just take a little twist to the side. And now, we're going to push, hold, return on the 4 count. Let's go the other direction. Extend both arms and legs, long levers, and pull it back in. We have one more on the other side. We're going to do singles. It is time once again to choose your pace for these. We want excellent execution. We're not worried about the speed. Good. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Plant those feet if you like. Here we go. We're back to our triceps. My triceps were indecisive. They couldn't decide whether they wanted to go fast or slow. We go low, high, low, and high. Bump here, lift and lower. Bump, lift and lower. Now, what do you have to do to feel this work? I'm calling 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit tall. Hold those weights in the palms of your hand. Now, what you're going to do is hand me these weights. Reach out and pull back. Open the fingers. Make it kind of small. Now bigger. Now scoop it up. When we can't wrap those fingers around the weights, we might not be able to lift our arms as high, and that's okay. 16 singles. We're going to move on. So it's our last set. Let's do 4, 3 more, 2, and 1 as we set this down. We are all going to end the last minutes we have on the floor, on our mat. I'm going to move this bench out of the way. Excitement ripples through the room because we have push-ups, all right? And I want you to work on something that we have actually done before, which is an offset hand. I like these very much. So as we're on our mat, my hand closest to the wall is going to be in a normal push-up position, all right? My hand furthest away from the wall is going to come a little bit forward, and my arms are set kind of wide, all right? We curl our toes under, remembering that we can always take ourselves onto our knees, I should say. We're going to lower and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and now without pausing, everybody come down. Extend that inside leg, the leg closer to my wall. Out straight, we're going to lower and lift. Just keep this nice long lever, not tipping forward, not necessarily lifting the tailbone high. Let's do 2 more and 1 more. And everybody sit back for a moment or sit up tall and roll those shoulders out. So we have another set on the other side. All right, let's do that. The hand that's closest to my wall here is coming forward. That other hand is in a normal push-up position. And we're gonna start right here. We have 10, 9, 8. You can always come to the knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend that leg, create your long lever. We lower and we lift. It's our last 8. 7. One arm is working a lot harder than the other. It might not seem like it, but that arm in the normal push-up position, that is taking on more of the effort. We have 2 more. It's our last one. Nice work, everybody. We're going to sit back on the tops of our feet and release those hands. Our workout is done for the day. Now take those arms nice and wide. Open up through the shoulder joint. One hand is going to come across and sit on right next to the other one. I want you to grab the floor and pull against those fingers. It's a nice lateral stretch. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Those arms are coming out at a diagonal. The thumbs are almost side by side, and we're gripping the floor. Now, as we come forward today, let's put our hands right beneath our chin. Take a moment, and then when you can, find one leg and just lift it into your quadricep stretch. Come to the other side and do the same thing. So we have that nice little elevation. Oh boy. And now as we release, we're gonna sit tall, roll all the way back, take an easy forward fold, and now rising up. This is always my favorite thing to do, really, for hamstrings. As we sit back, keep both feet planted on the floor at this moment, and now lift the front toe. Pull on that toe, get a little calf stretch. And now release. And still pushing the tailbone back, hinging at the hip. Fold over. That softens the back as well. Let's come to the other leg and do the same thing. So we're gonna stay fixed in place. All right. Now lift that toe. Get your calf stretch. You're gonna want it. Be a lot of hopping today. And now let's set that toe down and soften all the way through. And rise up. Our last moments together. Hitch that hip to the side. I want us to reach our hands out and then high. And then just one arm. Come into the other direction. So as we cross that leg behind us and we tip over, we just concentrate on shifting the hip first by reaching the arms out. Then they reach high. Then we go to one arm, big lateral stretch. Come back to center. Let's take a back roll. Release the head. One more. It is always a pleasure to have you join me. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Core Fusion is at 10 o'clock, so join me again if you want to for 30 more minutes of work. Otherwise, have a great day and a really nice weekend. Thanks again.